Alright guys, I just got out of the gym. I did my AM workout, which was jump rope intervals and my static holds. And something happened in the bathroom that I want to tell you about. So I got done with my jump rope intervals. I was a big, disgusting, sweaty mess. I went to the bathroom and just threw some water on my face and kind of cleaned up a little bit. And there was this guy who just happened to be in the bathroom at the same time. And he had seen me working out apparently, and he's like, "Man, that jump rope will exhaust you, won't it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we talked a little bit." But it kind of struck me as weird that he worded it that way, that he said that, okay? Now, I'm not the person who's going to, look at every single word you say and look for a reason to bitch and complain, okay? I'm not like that. But I am a student of human nature. I'm a student of motivation and a student of psychology, okay? In myself and in others. And, I've noticed that whether it's body language or verbal language, it's usually like a little thing that will give you, tip you off as to what the person's really thinking and really has in his belief system, whether he knows it or not. So it really struck me as odd because I would never see somebody working out really hard and say something negative. I mean, not that he was being a negative person, but I would never say like, "Oh man, squats are really, tiring and they suck." I'd be like, "Man, squats really, fucking, grow your legs or make you strong." For instance, with jump rope intervals, I'd be like, "Man, jump rope intervals, that's like the best exercise for your cardiovascular system. Man, jump rope intervals, that just melts fat off your body like a damn blowtorch. Man, those jump rope intervals will get you in awesome shape. Man, jump rope intervals, that's a great workout." I'd say something positive. And like I said, he wasn't being negative, but it was kind of one of those things like when you see a person, you're like, "Well, I could never do that," or "I could never, get in shape like that," or "I would never do that. I would never do that to myself." And if that's what the person says, that's what the person believes. And if that's what the person believes, that's what the person does. And if that's what the person does, those are the results he gets. Okay? Like, I'll give you another example where it's like, I used to be a trainer, in Germany for a security company. And I think I was a good trainer. Okay? Not only do I have a lot of experience, but I actually, started working on the side as a bouncer because I wanted to get into fights. I didn't want to be one of those guys that's like, I've never been in a fight in my life. I've never fired a gun in my life. I don't know anything, but I'm going to teach you how you're supposed to do this stuff. I want it to be like, listen, when I teach somebody how to handcuff somebody or whatever, it's like, listen, I had to take somebody down last weekend, and this is how I did it. I had to take his ass down and hold him until the cops came in. That's how I did it. So, I had people bought in more into what I said than what other people did. Now, I was with one of these other people who had never fired a gun in anger in his entire life, who had never, been in a fight in his life, etc. And we were driving back from either a training, like a conference or a seminar or, just from the range later on at night. And we're driving on post. It was an American military base. And there was a guy doing hill sprints, dragging a tire. And my first reaction, let's talk about this guy's reaction. This guy's first reaction was, "Oh my God, that's a torture." I mean, he was like a 500-year-old woman, like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like 500-year-old women sometimes act, He's like, "Oh my God, that's such a torture." I'm like, my first thought was, "Damn, that's awesome, man." I love hill sprints. And I need to get myself a tire. I've been talking about it. I need to just get a tire somewhere and do that. Now, look at the difference between us, like the shape that I'm in. Even back then, when I wasn't in very good shape, I was still in better shape. And in terms of performance, not appearance, but like performance, I was in pretty damn good shape. And this guy, like, if you told me what he said, the way he reacted when he saw a person doing hill sprints, I could have told you what he looked like. He was overweight, he was under-muscled. He'd never been in a fight in his life, never, couldn't defend himself, couldn't, walk up a flight of stairs carrying a box without almost dying. His wife had no interest in him sexually, like literally, he's a friend of mine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with him or he's a bad person, but the facts of the matter is, if you just told me what that person said in that situation, he saw this and he said that, I could describe him to you, because what he said shows what he thinks, what he feels, his belief system, the law of attraction, you know, all of that stuff comes together. So I'm not really like, you said this and I'm going to look exactly at what you said and be a pain in the ass and, you know, and make a big deal about minor things. But the fact of the matter is, the way he said that, you know, like I said, it's, you know, where are you thinking about? Are you thinking positive or negative? He thinks negative towards hard work. Because of that, he doesn't do hard work. Because he doesn't do hard work, he doesn't get good results. So, you know, like I said, it's like, you know, do you wake up in the morning and do you think to yourself, oh my God, I don't want to go to work today? Or do you wake up in the morning and be like, you know, or forget about the morning, the night. Do you like, I got to get to bed early so I can get up early so I can get to work early? And I'm here to tell you that if you don't want to go to work, if you're not excited to go to work, you're a fucking loser. Allow me to explain. What you're doing right now doesn't matter, but what you're doing in, you know, 6 months, 1, 5, 10, 20 years does matter. And what you're doing right now directly affects what you're going to do in 20 years. If you, okay, are working all day in the Dollar Tree for $1 an hour and you're working all night in an asbestos factory for 50 cents an hour, you damn well better be very excited to go to work and very grateful that you have these jobs. As a matter of fact, the worst situation you're in, the worse your situation is right now, the more excited and the more motivated, the happier you should be to be going to work. Because if you're not, it means you have no fucking vision. Why? I'll work in this fucking, you know, asbestos factory. I hate this shit. I'm going to die. Listen, if you're working in an asbestos factory and you have no vision, you're a fucking piece of shit. Not a piece of shit like you're a bad person, but you are a loser. Like, why are you working in an asbestos factory? Why are you working in the Dollar Tree 17 shifts a day? You're working in the Dollar Tree 17 shifts a day because you're saving money to invest in your first real estate property. You're not working at the Dollar Tree. You're working on your $1 million, like 20 years from now, when you have $1 million a month coming in from your real estate holdings. That's where you should be living right now. Go work at the Dollar Tree, but you're the person who in 20 years will be making $1 million a month from his real estate holdings. You know, you're going to be a lawyer in 10, 15 years. You're not going to the asbestos factory. You're going to the asbestos factory to save money, to go to law school, to become a lawyer, to become a partner, to have your name on the building, to become a millionaire. And if you make the decision right now that you're going to achieve this goal, then you're already a millionaire. The money just hasn't arrived yet. So, like I said, that's basically what I'm trying to say. You know, whenever you catch yourself saying something negative, that's, you know, not a big deal. But the big deal is if you're saying something negative, automatically, like it doesn't matter, you're also thinking negatively. And if you're thinking negatively and feeling negatively, you're acting negatively. If you're acting negatively, then you're going to get negative results. I mean, if you're going to work every day in the asbestos factory or the Dollar Tree thinking, oh my God, I hate this fucking job, that's because you have no goals. If you have no goals, guess what? 20 years from now, you're still going to be working in the Dollar Tree. You're still going to be working in the asbestos factory. You're still going to be broke as fuck, living from paycheck to paycheck, and not even making, you know, all of your bills every month, even though you're working your ass off. But if you right now make the decision where you want to be in 10, 15, 20 years, 1 year, 6 months, and you make the decision that it is going to happen, and you start living in a way that is going to produce those results. You start living in a way that you are going to graduate from law school, that you are going to become partner, that you are going to have these huge real estate holdings. Then you should be excited for every day. If you're fat as fuck, but you want to be Arnold Schwarzenegger in 5 years, you should be excited to drag your fat ass to the gym. Even if all you can do is walk on the treadmill. Diet and walk on the treadmill. Do that for a year. Drop a lot of weight. Do that for 2 years. Get in really good shape. And then you still have another 3 years to build up muscle, stay lean, and look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. But the moment you decide you're going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, you're already there. You should be excited. You'd be like, yes, look at this body I've got. Dude, you're 500 pounds. No, you don't get it. In 5 years, I'm going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. So I'm going to enjoy the Arnold Schwarzenegger body right now. If you decide like, man, I hate giving up ho-hos, I hate going to the gym, I hate fucking, you know, walking on the treadmill, I hate not being able to eat rubbish all day, then obviously, you know, you're not going to ever accomplish anything. Because why go to the gym if there's no good reason to go? You got to go to the gym with a good reason that, hey, pretty soon enough, you're going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it is already there. You already look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. It just hasn't happened yet. Okay? You're already rich. The money just hasn't arrived yet. So, like I said, I went off on a little bit of a tangent in this video. But the bottom line is, you know, like I said, you know, if you see somebody working 3 jobs, be like, you know, damn, you know, you're going to be very successful in your life working 3 jobs like that. And then you'll probably find out that he is getting ready to go to law school or medical school or start up a business. You know? Or if he's working 17 shifts an hour to, you know, in this store, maybe he's the guy who owns the store and he's working 17 shifts a day because, you know, because he can't afford to pay anybody yet. But he's working his ass off, and in his vision, he's going to have a chain of damn, you know, little Jiffy stores or something. You know? So anyway, like I said, that's just what it is. What are you thinking right now? What are your thoughts right now? If you hate your job, you've got to find a vision. You know, if you think working out is, you know, is a torture and it's a terrible, bad thing, you're never going to get in shape until you start thinking good things about working out. You know, if you hate going to school, you're never, you know, you need to get a goal. What the hell? Why are you going to school? Because my mom makes me go to school. Okay, well, that's not a really good goal. And like I said, if you just work at the fucking Dollar Tree and work at an asbestos factory and you have no goal and you have nothing you're looking forward to, 20 years from now, you're still going to be broke as fuck working in this asbestos factory, hating your fucking life. So you got to change things right now.